Episode 17, Northern Laos, 18th to the 31st of May 2024. Jungle Secret joined me for breakfast. Leaving Viengxay this morning, headed for the Plain of Jars, and Kugel's taken me down this little dirt road to nowhere. After about an hour or so, the road just pitted out at a work site that looked like they were building a dam or something. These little towns have got absolutely no services at all. No service station for fuel, no markets, no restaurants or eateries, nothing. After about an hour I finished up going back and ended up in a little town called Viengxay, where I pulled up and jumped into the nearest guest house as a monsoon storm come over the top of me. Beautiful guest house, both me and rock and roll girl undercover, just short of Vieng. I can't remember what this room cost me, a few dollars. A little bit of GoPro handlebar heaven between Vieng and Luang Prabang. Beautiful little villages, absolutely stunning mountain ranges. The road after a while deteriorates into a chain of potholes and then just absolutely terrible dirt road, far worse than anything you'd find on Cape York or the Simpson Desert. The mountain ranges are absolutely beautiful. I wasn't hitting the twisties between the potholes, the trucks, the goats, the cows wandering across the road. I still managed to break a left-hand rear view mirror and a right-hand highway foot peg. A little bit later on in the day, a couple of showers went over the head, which made things very interesting in the dirt potholes. That slowed me down quite a lot. The volume of trucks up this road is just unbelievable, and most of the time they're on both sides of the road. They are going back to the city empty, so they're travelling at quite a pace and their trailers are bouncing on the potholes. It's just unbelievable. It's no wonder there's no road here. Some of the larger villages aren't too bad because they slow the trucks down to 50 kilometres an hour in a village area. Most of these roads, you're flat out doing 20 kilometres an hour, and it just takes forever to cover any sort of ground. Abseiling or farming? Just stunning mountains. a $12 room in Luang Prabang for 2 nights. There's a lot of European streetscapes here, and I got the minor damage repaired. Be allow and relax under the cover during a storm, and ta-da! Tuesday 21st of May, my second attempt at reaching the Plain of Jars. Started out pretty much as I expected. Leaving town, the bitumen wasn't too bad. The potholes soon started and the road quickly looked like becoming a highway to hell. I came to a roadblock when I had to turn left off Highway 13. The road was blocked. I couldn't read the signs and I was reaching for Google Translate when a fellow in a ticket window waved me through. Ta-da! At quite a good altitude. Under a wandering star, among all the other world trippers, adventurers, at the mountain cave, sea of mist in the clouds. It's quite cool. Turns out they were stopping 10-wheel trucks going through this Kazi Pass. So without those huge trucks, the bitumen was really good. Once I got back onto the main road, it once again started to deteriorate, and the closer you get to the main road, the worse it got. But the mountains here are absolutely wonderful, and the Kazi Pass right up there in the clouds with the coffee shop up there, absolutely zero view because you're in the cloud, and it is quite cool. It's beautiful. I reached my target guest house easily today. Rock and roll girls out in the weather tonight, and this is my $8 room from the back veranda of the guest house where I'm in tonight. It's about 4:30, but the next stage is nearly 3 hours, so better to pull up now. And here's a birthday boy, 10 years old. Happy birthday to you. Excellent day, really enjoyed the riding. I was expecting far worse road conditions. Beautiful. Grey early morning, riding in and out of the clouds. It was quite magical. It was really beautiful. And being early, the small villages that I went through were all waking up, people getting ready to go out to their farming properties. These little villages were a hive of activity, and I just love riding through here at this time. Riding through in the middle of the day, everybody's out working or having their midday nap, and they're still nice traditional villages, but it's good to see them waking up and getting on with their day. It does rain slowly on and off right through the day, but more than anything I'm riding through the cloud mist, and I have got my spray jacket on most of the day. It was nice, it was cool. This wet red clay over the smashed up bitumen is like oiled ice. Black ice has got nothing on this stuff. Lovely little towns with a lot of authentic original buildings, but no services here at all. There's nothing. This part of Laos is funny that way. Just as you start worrying about running out of fuel or getting a bit hungry, there's facilities there. Thinking about fuel, I spotted one house frontage that had water bottles full of petrol out the front for sale. Did I mention potholes on slippery red clay? Here's a pothole maker, hard at work, bouncing through everything. Despite the potholes and the red clay, which I was expecting this time around, it was an absolutely magical ride down the mountain this morning, in and out of the clouds, and some beautiful picturesque mountain scenery. Trucks were backed up for a good 5 or more kilometres in both directions. When I got to the incident site, I was too busy dodging potholes and trying to squeeze between two trucks. One had fallen over in the same pothole, the other must have clipped it. Watch out for the buffaloes. Cattle, goats, pigs. As I came down off the highlands from Savan, the road's condition increased dramatically and I was able to lean into some of the twisties. These are not highland twisties, but still a little bit of fun. It is still wet. Rice paddies are filling after the rain and ready to replant. Rock and roll girl chained up undercover in my $14 room in Thom Savan. Here for 2 nights. The market is absolutely huge and lovely to just walk around and soak up the atmosphere. A plate of jars was my number 1 ticket item in Laos. Nobody knows why these jars were originally created. This cremation cave. These little bombies from the CIA are just nasty. Site 3 was a bit of a walk to get to, but well worth it. Ta-da! Used in burial ceremonies between the 9th and 13th centuries, they were created 500 BC. A saddler in the marketplace restitched my boots for $7 while this fellow washed rock and roll girl. Day 25th started out as a cold, rainy day as I made my way toward Viengxay caves, where the Lao government and military and most of the Lao people took cover during the CIA secret war on Laos. This was possibly one of my best days in the adventure so far. It was a beautiful day for riding. It was quite cool. The mountain scenery and the clouds were fantastic. The eye-opening history in the cave area is just phenomenal. It just does your head in and makes you wonder if the Vietnam War was a real thing or just a distraction from the genocide that the CIA conducted in Laos. This fella saw me taking a photo, stopped to check if I was okay. This is known as the Victory City. This is where a simple farmers stopped the USA. The roads here are quite good, but the clay is unbelievable. Nav tabs told me I've missed my turn and I need to do a U-turn. Not a problem. Okay, maybe a bit of a problem. The caves and the story behind them is fascinating. They're airtight bunkers with air pumps and filtration, dormitories where the Lao people and forming government took shelter from the CIA bombs. The Red Prince turned the bomb crater into a swimming pool. The swimming pool is designed in the shape of a heart to represent the broken, wounded heart of the Lao people. The caves are surrounded by bomb craters, which was very difficult for a direct hit. The entrances are protected with these bomb blast walls. They are tunneled through connecting caves. Many different caves: wedding caves, entertainment caves, cremation caves, hospital caves, connected with these man-made tunnels, protected by the natural area and just beautiful area. Just beautiful. Quick flight from the car park of my hotel in Viengxay before heading out to the Vietnam border. This is the area where the Viengxay caves are, and this was a real highlight of my trip. At one stage I was thinking of not worrying about coming here because I was feeling a little bit rushed or feeling like I was trying to do too much. But I'm really glad I came here. This cave system and the way that the Lao people survived what can only be described as genocidal bombing by the CIA during the Vietnam War. The bombing here was so intense that children were sent to Vietnam into the war zone for schooling because the bombing here was just unbelievable. There was a plane load of bombs every 8 minutes. 3 million tonne of explosives, much of which was designed not to explode on impact. Everyone would hide in the cave by day and come out and work their crop at night time. They couldn't wear bright colours, even brightly coloured poultry had to be destroyed as it would attract bombers' attention and was too much of a risk. Sunday the 26th, I made my way towards the Vietnam border through some absolutely wonderful country. I left the bike in Laos, walked across to Vietnam, was told no, you're not welcome, walked back to Laos. The area is full of caves and just wonderful scenery. This is my favourite Asian country of all. These rice paddies were beautiful blue colour when I pulled up. By the time I got myself sorted, the clouds and a light rain had moved in and blue sky reflection was lost. I still love the scenery here and the little towns along the way. The mountains here are just fantastic, and you can see the caves in there the CIA had no hope of dropping bombs into. Tonight's hotel back in Sam Nia as I make my way to the Thailand border. Beautiful sunrise from my room and some lovely mountain scenery riding down the mountain. The rice fields are beautiful emerald greens and they're just rivers of rice in the bottom there. You have to get out of the way of trucks. They take up the entire road and I'd rather take the ditch than the truck. It was a long day and I just got a cheap room along the road. The smashed up potholes and the clay are unreal. Went through this little national park. It's just beautiful scenery. Another quick stop guest house, and the lady in the restaurant gave me a bag of ice. You'd noticed the limp and the swollen foot from the fall the other day. These winding roads are just beautiful. $20 room in Luang Nantha, nice and early, just to relax for the afternoon. Slowly making my way to the Thai border. Sleepy little villages all along Asian Highway 3. It's a very good road. You have to be a little bit careful in the tighter hairpin bends where trucks are trying to get up or downhill. The bitumen will be a bit smashed up. These sleepy little villages all along and no services here. The twisties here are very good. The road is beautiful. It doesn't look like they've had a lot of rain here. I'm well down off the crest of the mountains now, and it's been a couple of beautiful sunny days on this beautiful bitumen road. It's just been lovely riding, just cruising along, highway pegs down, stretching out, relaxing, enjoying some of the mountain views and sceneries. It's just been a lovely, relaxing couple of days. On the Laos side of the border in Viengxay, I might cross tomorrow. I might just have a look around and cross Saturday, see how I feel in the morning, I guess. From the veranda of my $17 room in Border Town, that's Thailand across the river there. I might try and cross tomorrow. My last sunset in Laos along the Mekong. Absolutely enjoyed Laos, love it. Check out time, stamps on my passport and on my carnet. Goodbye to Laos, my favourite Asian country. Friendship Bridge number 4. Naturally you have to pull up and take a photo at the halfway point. This was a really pleasurable border crossing. Back in Thailand with a 30-day visa. First job is local SIM and local money. They would not take Lao money. I went back to the border where I attracted the police attention. My beautiful $28 room in a country with coins and coin-operated laundromats. Sitting in the garden of my Thailand hotel looking across the Mekong at Laos, thinking that Laos was my favourite Asian country. The border crossing today was an absolute pleasure. It really was. Everybody was so helpful and I was through and out within an hour. Wonderful.